This is Synergy Clarified. Today we're going to go over max score and points. This video is intended for teachers adding assignments into Synergy. Let's start with max score. Max score is the maximum number of points a student can earn. It is the total, or as I like to call it, the denominator. Typically, there are two types of max scores. Let's begin with the fraction. Imagine you have your scored papers in front of you, and at the top of each paper is a fraction. It's the total number of correct answers over the total number of questions. So the number of correct answers over the total number of questions. The max score is always going to be the denominator, which is here, the total number of questions. Let's go to some examples. Student scored 1 over 9. The max score is the denominator, which is 9. Next, a student scored 100 over 100. The max score is the denominator, which is 100. Lastly, a student scored 36 over 35. They earned extra credit. However, the max score is still the denominator, which is 35. I'm rating this easy. This step does not require you to do anything more than just score your papers and enter the denominator into the max score. Next, we have percentages. Remember that the percent sign means per 100. So the max score will always be 100 if you're using a percent. Let's go to the first example. We had 1 over 9, converting it into a percentage, you have 11%. However, the max score is still 100. Next, you have 100 over 100, converted to a percentage equals 100%. The max score is 100. Lastly, you have 36 over 35, which converted into a percentage equals 103%. However, the max score will still be 100. Remember that the percent is always 100. So if you are entering grades and the answer at the top of your scored sheets is a percent, your max score will always be 100. This is a little bit more difficult because typically you are converting a fraction into a percentage. So this is a little bit more work on your behalf that Synergy would already do if you just entered it as a fraction. Next, we're going to go into points. Points are how many points you want the assignment to be worth. This is the weight of your assignment. Your syllabus already tells students and guardians how your graded scale works, how many points you assign to each assignment. Typically, you have 3 categories: assessments, classwork, and homework. In elementary, middle, and high school, assessments are typically worth 45 points, classwork is worth 35 points, and homework is worth 20 points. This ratio means that if you were to fail an assessment, it would hurt your grade more than if you were to fail a homework assignment. Classwork is worth in the middle, 35 points, homework is worth 20 points, or independent work is worth 20 points, and assessments are worth 45 points. Again, this is typical for elementary, middle school, and high school. However, check your syllabus to see if your ratio is different. If you were to assign 100s for each 3 categories, or 1 for each category, this would mean that failing an assessment would be the same as failing a homework assignment. The same would be for classwork. If you failed classwork assignment, that would be the same as failing an assessment or homework. This model is typical for college classes where all of your assignments are worth the same amount, and at the end of the semester, you can add up all the points you got, and you will know which range you fall into for the letter grade. Again, this is atypical for an elementary, middle school, or high school format. Let's review. Max score is the maximum number of points a student can earn. If the score is a fraction at the top of your scored sheets, the max score is the denominator. If your score is written as a percentage, the max score will always be 100. For the points, this is how much the assignment is worth. It's the graded weighted scale. The answer will be in your syllabus, so answers may vary, but generally, assessments are worth 45 points, classwork is worth 35 points, and homework is worth 20 points. Thank you for watching Synergy Clarified, Max Score and Points.